Hello there, YouTube. This is Deleon Francis 60 here, and I'm doing my Star Wars Armada video. It's basically my thought about the game and what do I think of it. Since I know it, I should have. I normally would do a review on miniatures like this, but I kind of skipped that one. So I waited for like a 1 year. Just waited for a year and see how the game was going and my thought about how the game is being played now. So I was gonna do this in with mixing with my attack wing and X-wing miniatures review, but I didn't want that video to be so big. So what I did was just make a separate video for it. So this is my thought about Star Wars Armada. Um, so far with it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Didn't disappoint. It's quite different from like a Star Trek Attack Wing and X-wing miniatures. And and it's the only game now that I play these days for miniatures. That's the only war game I play now. But that might soon change. I might have another game because going I'm going back into 40k. I'm gonna go see if we can play some 40k games soon. But um, as you can see, the game has an interesting beginning. We only had like the starter. It came out like a year ago, and it took like a month or so for the base set to have like expansion, like probably 2 months, and I start playing leagues. I start playing in the leagues, but I never played a tournament because I'm not into tournament kind of type of games. I only play for the fun, and many of the there's only like usually four in our gamers club, but right now it's just like three or two I I play with, and hopefully we can expand in our more people coming in, because I don't want the game to die on me, because I invested a lot of money in the on the game. It's like it was like $100 for the starter set and a couple more dollars for expansions and all that stuff. And well, for right now, the only factions the ships they got are pretty much from large, medium, and little light ships, and sub squadrons, and like ships like Millennium Falcon or Slave Ones. Speaking of which, I gotta get the Rogue and Villains ship. I need to get that set from Wave 2, and I know Wave 3 is coming out. It's been announced. We're gonna have like flotilla, but I hope Wave 3 has more ships on the way, because I just don't like to have like two ship. That was the only thing for Wave 3, and we need like an extra two more ships. I think like probably a medium class ship or something like a broadside cruiser for the Imperials and a Marauder class ship or something. Most of these ships, I'm trying to remember them where they're from, but I think they're from the Empire at War PC game. So I wish they add more ships, like probably a medium to light ships or something. And I know the Rebels could use another mediums in their fleet, and the Empires can use another medium in their fleet. And it's because when I play this game, I'll be honest, I'm not pretty good at it. It's every time I go to I just went to my last one and I end up losing. But I do have some little wins. But and since I only think I had only 3 when I won or something. against an opponent, but um, and all the time I play Armada, but mostly I end up losing, or I almost win, but I end up screwing it up. So the only thing that, yeah, that's but I'm pretty cool about it. Is we're just having fun in that game, and we um just it's pretty fun when you play the game when, but it's also nerve wracking too. So sometimes I like um dude, I have to skip the next time we play. I need to get a little break because it's mostly every 2 weeks, and but uh, this when I go when I play. It's I set up my forces the night before. I'm ready for the plan. Come out from ready to go. Come back from work and take a shower and just hit to the gamers club and set up our fleet and all that stuff. Then the battle starts, and but you know what? Either my chances are not pretty good because sometimes I have to I might make a mistake, or so much excitement or um anxiety is also coming in into it. But it's still fun. It's still fun. I mean, last night I thought I was not gonna get it. I'm pretty happy with if I get a ship kill. If I get a ship kill, I'll be pretty happy if we're going there. It's like I was kind of lucky that I was able to kill a command ship, a rebel command ship against my opponent last last night. It was like this. I'm doing this recording. I'm doing this because I played it last night. So I killed one his main carry. He took out my Imperial class 2 Star Destroyer. I took out his command cruiser with with the Gladiator, with the Walrus on it, and Victory 2 crew Star Destroyer. Is basically so we were pretty much quite even in the ship number because he had 3 ships, I have 3 ships. It's just the size class is quite different. I have like one heavy, one medium, and one light, and he had like one heavy and 2 lights. And he had more squadrons at me because he was going for carrier build, and I was kind of in balance, quite balancing myself to more going for ship offense. I was concentrating on ship offense, well, but I do have a carrier. It was the I put it on the Victory class 2 Star Destroyer. But Demolisher, oh man, that ship, I gotta love that ship. It's so that ability I'm kind of favored now with expanded launcher and that reroll with the torpedoes. It's like sweet. The ordnance expert, I always love that one. I got to reroll my black dice. If I miss something, I got to kill something. It'll strip that heavy shield of his. It'll strip it and it'll finish it off. I could have got that cruiser a bit earlier if I hadn't forgot to use my the ion pulse. I would have lots of blue dice. It would have probably just overload pulse that thing. I would have just overload pulse that thing and it would had his defense die. He had no choice but to exhaust his defense dice. But that's kind of game. It didn't matter for me if I lost, but as long as I kill something in that shift. But mostly the previous games I would do also heavily on fighters and probably 2 ships, and that's it. And my opponents will probably deploy more ships than I would. So it's pretty kind of, you have to balance it out. You got to balance out with the upgrades and the squadrons and the ships. The key in this one is you got to have more ship than your opponent because the turn is pretty much alternate. It's alternating from the fleet. It's not like in other kind of games that like my turn I move all my forces, while in his turn he moves all his forces. It's basically you move your ship, then he moves his ship, and I move my ship, and he moves his ship. It's basically that alternates everything. So if you lose one ship and you might end up in your side, it's you're probably gonna have to rethink your the strategy. And I'm kind of glad that you have like 6 turn limits, because opposed to like X-wing, because sometimes when I play X-wing it will go all the way until an entire until your side is defeated. And it doesn't. I'm glad they didn't add those you go like those numbers captains. They're all pretty much equal. It's all they kind of trimmed that down, and the maneuvering they switch with that little maneuvering template. I'm still trying to get used to that thing, but I pretty much get the gist of it. And from for me, the ships I pretty much played Imperials. I got the Star Destroyer, Imperial Star Destroyer, when it came out, and right now I'm gonna get me another friend of mine from the Gamers Club, because he's selling his Gladiator, so I could use another Gladiator in my fleet, because I might switch I gotta switch my Victory, because the Victory soaks up a lot of points, and I like the Victory, but it's kind of slow as molasses when you play that ship. I could have won in that couple months back, like in January or something. I could have won that game. Weren't for that it wasn't for that goddamn Victory. He got surrounded by his missile frigates, and those little missile frigates. Those are a bane. Yeah, they are a nightmare to have around in my the opponent that I play against, he deployed like a couple of light ships, and oh my god, he just basically tore to that poor Victory. But my Victory got away. My Imperial got away because of its speed 3 ability. And God, I hate her. I wish there's a price on her head. I'm still, because of her special ability that cancel out your attacks. She's basically a target priority 1 for me. Squadrons, I prefer to use squadrons with, if the points allow me, I would probably deploy more squadrons, and I would use them as a defensive screen, and or if I have the opportunity to eliminate the fighters. If it can't eliminate the fighters, or if I have the opportunity, I would shoot the ship, at least do a little because even a TIE squadron, even though it's 1 blue dice against a ship, they can actually help you disable enemy shields. I did that to last night to his command cruiser. I had like 2 TIE fighter squadron with 1 regular and Howl Runner. I used my Victory to use a command. I used the squadron command and just like shot him in the shot his command cruiser in the back, and he was soaking badly on his shields, and I was able to strip those things. Then in my next attacks, I pretty much took it down. And as for the ships, I hope we get newer class of ships soon and new missions. I know we have the flotillas now. I hope they release a new mission. It's about time we release new missions, like new scenarios, or like escort duty, or escorts, or escape. I have 2 ships that I probably have 1 ship that I would love to have for the Rebellion and the Empire. For the Rebellion, I want to have the Liberty class cruiser, and for the Empire, an interdictory class. Or if it's not an interdictor, it's an immobilizer. 148 or something, immobilizer, or the interdictor. I would love to see those in the Armada. I don't think we're gonna ever get an executor because it's too big. It's not gonna be. it's gonna fit the map, but it's too big for that. And we kind of consider the Star Destroyers are pizza. They look like got large pizza stuff, slices of pizza. Um, for the Empire, the for the Rebels, they have abilities and good cards. One thing that I really another besides cruiser that I feared is the Congo line. If you don't know what the Congo line is, it's basically a command cruiser with basically with assault frigate and two assault frigate and Admiral Akbar. They'll make that line maneuver. They'll like that. That is a will increase its attack values on the sides. Only on the sides. You can only use it on the side. But if you do that thing with the Congo line, it's pretty much toast. So it's I'm still trying to find out how to defeat that thing. I would love to see if you guys have a response video or with this one or how to defeat a Congo line. I would love to um see that one. And another request for squadrons. I hope Fantasy Flight just listen to this. TIE Punisher, TIE Defender, and TIE Phantom. And for the Rebels, Z95, K-Wing, and E-Wing. I would love to see those things as a new squadrons, new add-in squadrons. And for factions, I don't know. We don't know if we're gonna release some new factions in this game. They're probably gonna still stay the same. But if they ever do release a faction, I'm banking in for the Yushan Vong. Yep, the Yushan Vong. I'm banking in for them. I'm getting my hopes for them. Imagine that the Yushan Vong with they have ships that they could actually the same size as a regular Star Destroyer, and they're coal fighters. I would love to see such a unique opponent thrown into the game. We might not see this thing, but it could happen because of they probably won't want to stick with legends because most of the ships we got here are legends. And for the Imperials, the card that I want another is Grand Admiral Tron. Man, that's gonna be nice if we see him. We're probably gonna get a second release of a Imperial Star Destroyer. Let me see, the Chimera, the Death's Head, Steadfast. All from if you ever guys read the Trend trilogy, that's gonna be that's where gonna be Grand Admiral Tron. I would love to have him in my Admiral. The admirals that I currently use right now are basically Muti or Screed. I love Muti's little giving your ships a little bit survival rate, but Screed has that special ability that you can reroll by sacrificing something. I have to read that, but his card. So every time I play this game, just I keep experiment. So I suggest you do that. Experiment. Find out what's your play style, and kind of plan ahead. But from a guy who's talking about this, who's constantly losing, you probably will not want to listen to this. So, but I'm gonna keep trying. Just keep trying. Don't give up. I was already starting to lose it like last time. He said, "Don't give up." My friend was like, "Don't give up. Don't give up. You cannot give up on this one." Yeah, he's pretty cool when he plays. They're pretty cool out there because the last time I played with him, he was like we were just like killing. I almost got one of his ship, and we just like I got his ship, and it was almost over. Said, "Oh my god, it's just like yeah, like it was." I can't I forgot. I didn't forget. I can't tell everything here, but it was just fun just playing around. We were just like enjoying ourselves, and it's just like I destroyed his ship. He let me my ship escape and give a chance to fire, but I end up ramming into his ship. I think and it's like in the end, and I end up getting blown up in in the end anyway. So that was so fun. Ramming speeds. But yeah, from what I gather, from what I love about this game, I hope they expand a few things. Fantasy Flight expand on the points. I hope they upped it to like the 500 points because right now it's 400. They say in the forums they won't release it to right now. They won't increase the points yet because they don't want to ruin the metagame, but they might do it. Some might not have a choice in the near future because sometimes because Imperial ships they are expensive. I only have one Imperial starter, so I cannot field like more than two because it's very expensive to deploy, and you are not gonna deploy a lot of squad. You have to deploy squadrons, upgrade cards, and you probably just have to deploy more light ships and squadrons. I want to field in like more bombers, but damn those! It's just the points. The points gets really expensive. So I hope they increase it to 500 points at least because this is a fleet game, not a skirmish game, and they would get some new missions in there, some new ships. So I hope we get more ships on wave 3 and 4. I don't know how many times they're gonna support this game because they got Rebellion and X-Wing and Faction. I can think of the Yushan Bong or the Chiss Ascendancy, all from the EU universe. First Order and Resistant, I don't know yet. They're too soon. They haven't. I know they did it on the X-Wing miniatures because of their. It's only a squadron, but I don't know about First Order ships. They only showed one capital ship um for that movies, and that's the Finalizer Star Destroyer. But yeah, for me the game is actually good. It's worth the money if you invest on it and time. Hopefully there's more players will come in. Really do they more players will come in our gaming stuff because it sometimes things happens, work, family life, family, and there's you can't just play all the time. So you might have to it gets in the way. So you gotta really have the time on this. So I think I'm gonna end this in here. I like to have a thanks and a shout out for the guys who offered some of the pictures in here in this video. I like to thank them from the gamer club, the fellow players. I hope you enjoy this video, and for those who want to get into game this game, try to do a do your respawn video. So give me some comments and just rate it and subscribe. This is Delian Francis 60 here, signing off.